Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This battle has started prematurely. Well, not started prematurely, I think. The player, hossballs, has loaded in rather late. He's in the Bishop, the Tier 5 British SPG, and he's on the southwest spawn of Province. So let's see how he gets on in his 3-marked Arty. As you know, it's got a 4.5-inch howitzer, capable of doing 450 output, 28mm pen, and a 2.2 meter burst radius. Now, he is scrolling across the page slowly. He does know that there are quicker ways to do that, but it's just the technique that he uses which works for him. First shot was almost on the aim point, but not quite. We were looking at a budgie there on that corner. Oh, he is there! And he takes a big hit for 231, which is a non-penetrating shot, but it's certainly going to annoy that budgie no end that he just got hit. And he just got hit again. That was another direct hit, no explosion. So keep pummeling him. Standard reload, 12.37 seconds. And we can see hossballs has got 10.08, so he's not 2 seconds off the reload time, which is going to make a big difference. And that's one of the reasons why he has 3 marks of excellence on the barrel of his howitzer, because he has played it so much. He has massively reduced the reload and improved the accuracy. And oh my god, look at this. An enemy VK3002M has managed to sneak across the valley, and he just took out our Mitsu 108, one of the new Chinese heavies. And they are getting very, very close. There's only one Arty on the enemy team. That's a Bishop as well. In fact, seeing as, oh my god, we're losing losing our own teammates over here. And that VK is getting very, very, very close. Can we get a shot onto him? No, we've been spotted. Well, he's having to change position now, mainly because he was spotted. Yeah, he's going back into the bushes at the back, because if he doesn't, he might get wiped out. Now, hossballs' unique playstyle means that he's in the aim mode all the time, and he's driving the thing around, but just holding down his right mouse key so he can actually turn around, have a quick look behind him whilst he's driving along. It's not the best technique, but it works for him. I say it's not the best technique, mainly down to the fact that you can run over rocks quite easily and flip the vehicle over if you're not looking in conventional mode whilst you're driving. But as I say, he does like doing it this way. Got a shot onto the Mitsu 108, but we've lost our Junu down there. Tries to get another round onto the Mitsu, and he does. 118 hit points from the second. But look, there's only 2 players on our team between us and the enemy, and now... Oh, he just killed the Mitsu! So he's got his first kill in the game, and there's the Junu there moving into cover behind the building. Yeah, I don't think we can get a shot on him now whilst he's gone around that corner. He fires another shot. Oh, and he hits somebody who is directly behind that rock. So somebody was also there. And now we've got the AMX-13 F11. We get a shot on him. Rounds out. And, oh, 1-shot kill. 290 hit points. He's racking up the damage rapidly. But there are still enemy tanks at the other end. In fact, as far as we can tell, there are 4 tanks down the other end, including the Arty. And he's just got another direct hit on somebody hiding behind the rock. Now, hossballs does pull back sometimes when he shoots. Like this. Oh, he just hit the budgie who came over to this side of the map. Not a smart move, because he's now out the game. Just got taken out by the Basotto. I guess that hossballs' shot was held him in place, and the Basotto then went for the kill shot. So they're up by 3, but the enemy is still attacking. They're still trying to push. You can see that our guys seem to be doing rather well on the other side of the battlefield. Round out on the Junu. Oh, and we just saw the enemy Arty fire coming over those... that path there, over the top of the, well, it's not ramparts, but you know what I mean. It's the elevation there. from the path. The shells are coming up, and they are going after our KB85 and the AC4. I think the Basotto's somewhere around there as well. We do have a Basotto in the game. KB85 going after the Juno. He managed to get around in, using that wreck for cover. The Juno, it looks like he's going to go out the game. Well, he did go out the game, and in fact, it was the KB85 who got him in the end. But where is that Bishop? We think he's on the path leading up the side of the valley. Not exactly ramparts, I would say the elevation area. Well, unfortunately, all our guys who went over to the other side of the battlefield got completely wiped out. And there are now 4 enemies still in the game, and there's 4 on our team as well. So it's a kind of difficult position because all our guys are over this side of the map. Yeah, you can see the Basotto's just to our right. He's guarding against that Panzer Fünfziger on the enemy team, who's just over the other side of the valley. There's the Bishop. He's just been spotted. Now, that Panzer Fünfziger is an OP medium tank, a premium medium tank, and he's very, very dangerous. As far as we can see, he's over the other side, looking over this side, and I expect he's probably waiting for the Bishop to spot something for him so he can then hit it. But the Bishop has got an unusual problem because, of course, those ramparts, or I keep saying ramparts, but the elevations actually do make it difficult. Those walls are getting in the way of his shot, and he can't see our guys. He's hoping that the Panzer Fünfziger will show him where the targets are. But he now knows that hossballs is within range because he took some damage. Next round, he takes a big hit. You can see he fired one out, but of course he's firing blind. hossballs is going to fire accurately this time. Rounds out. Oh, and he goes down to the AC4 experimental before anything else. And the AC4 just took a hit, and he's gone down to the RBFM, the M10 on the other side. Now, he fired one quick shot there, expecting that Panzer Fünfziger was going to go down that slide, that rock slide, and try and get to the cap area. And I think he thinks that the enemy is coming up. Now the enemy's got no Arty, they can't attack hossballs if he knocks down a few trees to make himself a little firing position. But I think he thinks that the Fünfziger is going to come up this side of the valley, and the Basotto's taken up a position so he can then take shots at the Fünfziger as he comes up. So it's going to be who has the best gun depression out of those two. Oh, now there you see, if you're not in aim, if you don't come out of your aim view, sometimes you can actually back up against the wall and almost flip, and that's what hossballs almost did there. There's the Fünfziger. Okay, he's trying to come up the side. Now, can we get the shell to go up into the air and come down just the other side of the rise? I think he can do it. Pretty sure he can. He just shot into the Basotto. But yes, hossballs does get around into the side of the Fünfziger. But we're losing health on that Basotto. We need to get a kill, and the Basotto does it for us. But he lost a few hit points. So now we've got an advantage. And there's the M10 RBFM, who came across the valley and has now come from the north. Oh, he just took a direct hit. No explosion from that one. He fired, pulled back, no explosion. Giving another go. No, didn't get it off that one. So we now have an advantage. Just one tank on the enemy. They've got an VK3601H, which is a Tiger prototype, you might say. 36-ton tank by Henschel. And that M10 RBFM, which is a premium tank destroyer, but very, very, very good in the game. I guess the thing is, the Basotto... Oh! and the enemy's capping, and that's the VK. And our teammate in the KV-85 just got wiped out by this VK, who should be changing his position, but he's not. He's just sitting there, and he took damage because of it. Now, the M10 should be trying to move up whilst this VK is making his way across the cap area. Oh, he just got hit with a direct hit. So it looks like hossballs managed to get some reset there. He's firing another one in. No, he's moved on from that position. So ideally, we want to take out the VK, but the problem is that we can't see him at the moment. The M10's coming in. He is coming in. He did do what I expected he would do. Oh, he just killed the VK with a blind shot on the spot where he expected him to be. And yes, he was there behind the rock. So now we've got the M10. Now, we're not too far away from him, but we do have the bushes working in our favor. The Basotto can definitely move up on that guy, and he's got such a big gun, he'll force that M10 out of his hiding place, because if he doesn't want to take a hit, he'll have to move, and then, of course, hossballs can get him with a direct shot. So he's... Don't move too far forward. He wants to spot the guy, but he shouldn't do that. You should let the Basotto spot him. He'll be sitting there behind that house. He won't move. And the Basotto is now moving. He realizes what the situation is. The M10's going to have to move once the Basotto gets to the other side of the building. And there he is. Okay, and now the Basotto can go round the other side of the building. If the M10 doesn't move, he'll get hit by the Basotto. And if he does move, he'll get hit by hossballs. So one of them is going to cook and the other one's going to fry him. Yes! Worked! 174. We did get spotted though, and ow, he's firing at us. Get him with the Basotto. Oh, and he gets another direct hit on the Basotto, on the M10, and the Basotto cooks and fries him. And that is the end of the game. Wow! Well, that was a very exciting ending to the game from hossballs in the Bishop. He got an ace tanker out of that one, as well as a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 22. He got a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game. And on top of all that, he got a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. His win rate was 10,687. He just seems to get better and better and better as time goes by. More accurate, getting more shots that hit the target every time. Although he did get a little too close to that bush for my liking, and he did get spotted, so he took 2 rounds from that M10. But thankfully, the Basotto followed up, chased the guy around the corner, and then got the kill shot that worked. Let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage was 2,806 hit points, and that went to hossballs. Next highest damage actually went to the Panzer von Fear on the enemy team with 2,169. He picked up an Oskins medal and a Top Gun. And the third highest damage, well, that was that M10 RBFM. He got 2,109 hit points of damage. So, yes, just goes to show that those players did in the end show how good they were. They were all very good, but hossballs had the better of them. When it came to kills, we can see that, yes, the Panzer von Fear, he was the one who actually took out our attack on the other side of the battlefield. Remember, at one point, we had a number of tanks on the opposite side of the valley who were doing rather well and pushing the enemy back. But yes, I'm afraid they came up against the Panzer von Fear and he just shredded them, which is what this tank does. It's so OP. It can literally win battles on its own. So if you are in an Arty and you see a Panzer von Fear on the enemy team, do get rid of it as quickly as you can, because that's the guy who's probably going to win the game for the enemy. In second place, we can see that hossballs got 3 kills, so did the AC4 Experimental and the Basotto. So yes, he could have platooned at the end, but he didn't. I think the Basotto only had 2 kills at the time. They could have platooned if they were able to do so. And when it came to base XP, hossballs got that too. So he got 2 out of 3 in the columns. 1,244 went to hossballs, the only player to get over 1,000. The next highest was, in fact, the Panzer von Fear with 978. So somebody top on the losing team actually got a better base XP than the KV85, who was actually in second place on hossballs' team. So yes, it just goes to show that guy was doing rather well. And so he actually gets second place on base, and the KV85 gets third place. hossballs fired 31 rounds in that game. Now remember, you only get 39 rounds of ammunition, so he had 8 spare at the end of the game. 17 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot, and 22 splash. Damage of 2,806 hit points, of which 2,395 were at more than 300 meters. Now, can we guess which ones he actually penetrated in this game? Well, looking at that list straight off, I'm wondering if it was that AMX 13 F311. Yes, it was, straight off. Very thin armor on that thing. So it did take a penetrating shot. So I got it straight away that the others are all fairly well armored, except, of course, for the enemy bishop, which, well, it's armored on the hull, but it's not on the casement on the top. But anyway, he did hit a rather large number of the enemy, as you can see in that game. He also got 2 hits received. Both of them came from the M10 RBFM. And yes, that 76mm gun is easily enough to actually penetrate straight through the hull of a bishop if you aim it at the right spot. In fact, I think it can even penetrate the hull of the Valentine, which it's based on. 9 enemy vehicles were damaged, 3 were killed, 623 hit points of damage assistance, and he got 51 defense points whilst that VK3601H was actually in the cap. But it was a really good shot on the VK to actually get rid of him and stop the capping. Now, on a free-to-play account, he actually made a profit in that game, 25,725 credits. And he also got 1,244 XP. There was no add-on at all. That's the base XP, but that's what he took away. So a really good game, right down to the wire, you could say, in a sense, because that M10 RBFM had already got 2 shots onto hossballs, and he wouldn't have been able to take more than another couple at most before he would have gone out the game, and then it would have been just him and the Basotto. But the Basotto was able to get the job done in the end, because, of course, he does have a very big gun, which is capable of doing enough damage to finish off an M10 if he gets a clear shot at the armor. So I hope you enjoyed that replay. It's a rather good one from hossballs. He actually didn't send it in. I found it. Yes, I know. Sometimes hossballs doesn't send these replays in, but he records them and he puts the replay on the replay site. And then I happened to go to the replay site for a reason, and I saw it there and thought, yeah, we've got to have that one. It's an interesting battle. If you did enjoy this battle, please give it a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below, because it feels feeds the algorithm, and he likes to nom on these messages, because of course it then gets the video distributed to lots of people who want to see it. And thank you for watching.